Yo, what is good? Out here for episode 18 of Player Life. Out here in Tokyo. Today is Thursday. God. Just I just ate some takoyaki. Let's see. This is a traditional Japanese food. It is some good stuff. It is basically fried, kind of like fried doughy, like dough with chopped octopus in it. I don't know. I wasn't. I never ate octopus before I came to Japan, but it's more delicious than it sounds. I just ate it, so it was a bit late. Yeah, so another eventful day here in Tokyo. So yeah, I was another home delivery. Another one bites the dust. So someone came through from Bumble. I don't know, like guys, if you get your online profile sorted, it is definitely worth it. I've been doing really well with online. It's been too easy online. God, it's hot. Daniel Mendez in the house. What is good? What's up? Jason B. What is good? Yeah, God, it's weird. It's November 19th in Tokyo, and it was 24 degrees today. 24 degrees. It's pretty hot for November. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it's all good. It's better than being cold. Yeah, so I matched with this half Japanese chick last night on Bumble, and she was half Japanese, half American, or half black, and yeah, I couldn't really tell, what she really looked like, because she had all these filters on her face. When they have a lot of filters, that's a bad sign. You can expect that they're not going to be as good looking. Yeah, when you meet them, and yeah, when I met her, she definitely wasn't as good looking as her photos, but she did have a very, very, very nice shape. It's I guess you can imagine Japanese and I guess African or African American. She had a very nice shape. So I didn't say no to that. I met her at the station, and I didn't even walk. I didn't even take her for a drink. I just came straight back I just walked directly back to my place. Sometimes you just don't need to, guys. You just don't need to. I'll tell you how it went. I will talk about how exactly how the exchange went. Yeah, because it's kind of interesting. Let's see. I need to share this. Yeah, hit the like button if you're in here. Try and get the old algorithm up. I think I shared this in the Telegram chat. Okay, so yeah, basically, I often talk about in Japan. I often talk about how being a white guy doesn't really ever it's actually it doesn't give you such an advantage. I mean, a lot of people think because you're a white guy, you're just going to be able to smash all these Japanese chicks really easy, but definitely not true. But sometimes when the girl is half, it can maybe you can maybe they're going to be more interested in foreign guys. But you know, girls definitely discriminate more by race, in my opinion. I you know, girls tend to like basically be racist. I've seen it, you know. Like there's Japanese girls that will never touch a foreign guy, no matter where they're from. They just won't do it. They just stick to their own. And there's white girls who won't touch other people. You know, it's just girls. I don't see it as much with guys. I don't see guys discriminating against chicks over where they're from or whatever, what race they're. Guys just care if they're hot or not, if they have a nice shape, if they dress well, if they're if they're sexy. That's all guys care about. That's all I care about. I'm a real dog. Like I just realized that. Yeah, well, I've known it. I've known it, but I really am a dog because I'll admit it. You know, I'll admit it when I meet a chick that isn't that hot. You know, a lot of times I'll still smash just because it's because I can. Uh, but at the same time, I also meet real hot chicks too. So yeah, most guys don't have the confidence to say that because they don't smash like I do. They don't smash hot chicks. So they'd be like, oh, I would never smash. You know, I only smash hot chicks. But no, I admit I punch down sometimes. I definitely punch down sometimes. I'd say today I punched down, but I wouldn't take it back. She had a crazy good shape. Like, oh my god. Um, just wasn't so pretty in the upstairs department, but damn, she had the like her booty just went out, and you just don't see that. What's up, guys? Daniel Mendez in the house. Jason B. Miguel, what is good? What Miguel says, what is good, homies? Yes, so thanks. Dig the shirt. Yeah. I didn't it's getting a bit faded. I need a new one. It's Tommy Hilfiger. I like it. Some people don't like it. I don't know. I think it's cool. I like it. I feel good wearing it. But yeah. So, you know, this chick I met her at the station and I was like, yeah, she's definitely those filters definitely did something. But then again, I was like looking at her shape. She was wearing this little crop top and she had this tiny little waist and then this like juicy, like just really juicy shape. Oh my god. She was well endowed in the booty department for sure. Like I like to show something, but I'd probably get banned off YouTube. I took some photos, but she was super. Yeah, she was. Yeah. Um. So yeah, she on her profile, she was saying that she liked white guys. You know, she just did unashamedly. She said it. Um. On her Bumble, and yeah, she just yeah. I was like, so I matched with her, and then I just messaged her a bit throughout the day, and she came directly around. I'll just read out how the message went. So I said, so I matched with her. I brought her. I took her to another messaging app. I said, hey, so you like white guys? LOL. And then she said yes, like and then drooling mouth emoji, drooling mouth emoji. So I was like, this girl is ratchet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if a girl is sending drooling mouth emojis, Japanese girls never do that. This girl is Japanese, by the way. But she's half. But Normally, Japanese girls wouldn't do that. So I said, "You're mixed, right?" "Yeah, Japanese and American." I said, "I like it. LOL. I think we'll get along." And I winky emoji. And then she sends another drooling emoji. This girl, I knew this girl was like, there's no, she's gonna be a home delivery for sure. And then yeah, she asked, what's your nationality? I say, I'm Irish. And then I say, are you free today? And then she does a crying face, a drooling mouth emoji, and love heart eyes emoji, saying, I love Irish guys. Yes, why? And then I say, because I want to meet you. Wink, wink. And then she says, maybe, what are you trying to do? So she's getting to the point, you know. She's like, obviously, I knew she was down. So get to know each other. We can have a coffee and see how it goes. I live near the station. And then she says, do you have an accent? I say, yeah. You like that? Yeah, I like it. Good. So can you meet me later? And she says, yeah, but can I hear it? Drooling emoji face, wink again. And then I say, yeah, when we meet, LOL. Why not now? So I just give her a call, and she doesn't answer. And then she says, sorry, I'm embarrassed or something. Um, and then I was actually over at MLD's house, so I sent her a picture of MLD's dog. Every chick loves like MLD. MLD's dog's name is Happy, and it's a cute dog. I mean, if a girl doesn't like that, But so I sent her the picture, and then she says, "Oh, it's so cute, love heart eyes." I asked her, "What are you doing now?" "I'm eating lunch." I said, "Nice." Uh, yeah, which part of Ireland are you from? I say, "I'm from the west." Okay, so how about meeting at 6 p.m.? And then she says to me, "Well, I'm not working at the moment." So she's saying like she's obviously looking for like she's looking to get some money or something, like, because I say, how about meeting at 6 p.m.? Oh, I'm not working at the moment. So I say, I'll pay for your train. Like, listen, bitch, I'll pay for your train. Just come to my house. Just like, I'll pay like whatever, $10 or less even. So she says, I'm going then. So what time can you be at my station? And then she says 6:30. I said, come to the west exit. And she said, okay. And then that's pretty much it. And she did. Yeah, she came. And yeah, I just met her at the station and walked her directly back to my house. Like, no, just I didn't even, I said I would take her for a coffee. She didn't even ask to go for a coffee. She was just like, yeah, she just acknowledged what was happening. And we went back, and she was a real freak. And by the way, she was 20 years old, 20, only 20 years old. And so we were like getting down to it. Yeah, like almost immediately. I mean, so I sit her down, and I always do the same thing. I sit her down, and we let her get comfortable, talk to her for like 2 or 3 minutes. Usually, sometimes I talk for like 10 minutes, 5, 10 minutes, just get them comfortable, relax. And then I stand up and I say, "Hey, how tall are you?" And I stand them up, and I go in front of the mirror. Same thing. You guys have heard this before. You know how I do this. And I just stand behind them, put my hands on their waist, and then I just start kissing their neck. And yeah, there was like no resistance whatsoever. No resistance. It's like zero, 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 zero resistance. And yeah, she was just totally into it. And so we're getting more and more into it. And then I have her down to her underwear. And then she says, she says, can we watch some porn on your laptop? I've never had a girl like say that. Like we're just about to get down to it. Like I'm ready to fucking, she's down into her underwear, and yeah, she's like, "Can we watch some porn?" So I just, I pull over the laptop and go on Pornhub and pull up some. I was like, "What are you into?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm into like rough stuff." So I pull up some rough stuff. Like there's, I was weird because I was like, I haven't watched, I haven't been on Pornhub in a long time. I don't go on that. I don't go on Pornhub. I don't watch porn. I don't need, I really don't need to watch porn. I mean, I guess like Instagram's like as far as much porn as I watch, like Instagram and the photos I take. I make my own. I make my own videos. I don't go on you know what I mean? So I was like, what am I gonna, I was trying to remember. I was like, because I used to watch porn. I mean, I definitely admit that I used to, but it's a long time. So I was trying to remember, like I was, she wanted to watch porn, and I was like, who did I used to watch? And I was like, I couldn't remember the names. And then I remembered a few names, and then yeah, but yeah, she was really, you know, she was really into it. She was just getting so turned on by the whole thing. I was kind of surprised, just because I never had a girl. I never had a girl like ask to watch porn with me, um, and like be really into it. And I was just she was feeding me full. Like I was curious. Like you know, oh yeah, show it, Jason B. Yeah, show her Sterling. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, yeah, bring him up. It feel weird, kind of banging. Yeah, but yeah, well, yeah. So we were watching porn, like hardcore porn. Who was it I was watching? There was one chick I used to watch like years ago. She's some British porn actress. Her name is Paige Turner, and I was trying to remember it because I remember I used to watch her because she's like curvy and thick. Uh, Paige Turner, yeah. I don't like. I really don't watch porn, and I certainly, I would just feel terrible, uh, jerking off to porn. I really would feel terrible. I like even if I started jerking off to porn, I wouldn't let myself come. It would just be because it's such a waste. Like it's such a waste of energy. Just to be looking at porn and jerking off. I'm just not into it. I just feel like I've wasted energy. I've like dispelled some energy. Um, sometimes when I can't sleep, I mean, I'll bust it. I'll be honest. Like if I'm at home and I need to sleep and I have too much energy or whatever, you can bust a nut then. But I still would never watch porn. I wouldn't do that. It's better to use the imagination. It's an unhealthy thing. I'm not. I just think it's a people get really into it, and they just it's people can become unhealthily reliant on porn. But yeah, I mean, some guys I guess need it, I guess. But you know if they're not getting laid. But the thing is, the more people use porn, the less likely they are to learn game and be motivated to go out and hunt, look for chicks, be have take action. If you're constantly like draining your balls, like if you're just draining your balls all the time, it's not going to be any good. Um, let's see, Gray Fox, Mac, what is your usual workout routine like? Yeah, I mean, I had my first workout yesterday for the first time in 2 months because I tweaked my neck, and it was yeah, I kind of I when I was doing the muscle ups, I think it was the muscle. I'm not exactly sure what tweaked my neck. I had a like a car. I got hit by a car 2 years ago, and I got I got a hernia on my neck. Um, supposedly a mild one, but it's a kind of thing that can come back if you strain it. And I strained it about 2 months ago, sprained it. I don't know, but it was the same injury returned, and I was like so depressed. I was so depressed because it was like I couldn't work out, and finally, it's looking, touch wood, it's looking to be in good condition again, and I worked out, and I feel great. Uh, but my usual workout would be on off. It'd be like, okay, so workout, rest, workout, rest. So workout Monday, rest Tuesday, workout Wednesday, rest Thursday, workout Friday, rest Saturday. So it's day on, day off. And I just switch it up. I was doing a lot of calisthenics. I was getting really like just before I injured myself, I was getting a lot of strength, getting really good. I could do like 4 or 5 muscle ups, if you know that, when you pull yourself up over the bar and push up. I could do like 15 like pull ups, 15 pull ups. I was all body weight calisthenics, and um, I was in good shape. I don't think it'll take too long for me to get back to that level. I was I need to slam protein, um, but to put on weight because I'm an ectomorph. I'm it's really, I can eat anything I want. Like I do not get fat. I will not get fat. It's lucky in a way, but a lot of people are jealous about that kind of body. But the downside is if you want to be ripped, it's really you need to really slam, like, eat a lot of protein. So I was working out, and I was putting on a lot of weight. I was not a lot of weight, but my natural body weight is like 70, 71 kg. Um, that's the weight my body will just revert to. It'll just stabilize at that. If I'm not working out or doing anything, it'll just stabilize it. And I was up to, like, just when I got injured, I was 75 kg on an empty stomach. So I put on like solid muscle, and within 2 or 3 weeks, I was back down to like 70, 71. Back down, all that, like, serious work, like slamming protein, like working out, putting on, and like if you just have a few weeks off, I'll go back down. Some people gain weight. I can't relate to people who gain weight. It's just different body types. It's weird. Like, I mean, if I don't work out, I lose weight. How weird is that? But everyone's different. That's the thing. Like, all these dieting, experts and training coaches and dietitians, everyone has a really different body. Like, it's really like one thing, could work for someone, and wouldn't work for others. You really have to figure out your own body type. You have to experiment around with it. Just, yeah. So basically, yeah. I mean, my routine is day on, day off. Just a lot of calisthenics. I'm gonna be doing less. I'm not gonna let myself get injured doing, like, because I was doing like muscle ups, and I was trying to do like technical, like I was trying to get, like, I was doing like really kind of acrobatic stuff that it's probably pretty easy to get injured. I'm not going to let myself get. I'm going to do more weight training from now on, just till I build up the muscle again. Because, guys, it sucks. So, like, I'm just such an active person. So when I can't exercise, I get really depressed. Um, I just feel so good when I'm able to like exercise. Even if it's uh, yeah, it's a lot of these people that have depression and like that are have these that are complaining about having depression. A lot of them just have shit lifestyles. Like they don't even consider like exercise. They eat junk food, they sit at home, they don't get out, and they don't realize that if they exercise, they'd be releasing the endorphins, and it just improves everything. I mean, you look better, you feel better, you sleep better at night because you're burning up all this energy. It's just a win-win. I don't know. I just appreciate good health. So right now I feel great because I'm actually able to work out again. Um, yeah. So, uh, A to Z says, "Hey, bro, can you show your pics that you use on your Bumble profile?" Yep, yep. Da, 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 da. Let me get it. Okay. All right. So the first one. That's the first one. That's a selfie, by the way. Ideally, it's you don't want to be taking selfies, but I don't know. I think it looks all right. It says, by the way, I'm 32. I don't care. It says I'm 30. I don't give a shit. You know. Um. Yeah. I just probably it'll probably help. Like I said, if in a way, I should probably change it and say I'm 29. Just fuck it. Put yourself in the 20s bracket. But whatever. I think there's just some girls that they'll maybe set it to like not match with guys that are maybe a certain age. But if you're just down for one night stands kind of type of thing, who cares? We're just like, you're just gonna smash and never see them again. So I'm an Irishman in Japan. I can speak Japanese. I love traveling and creative things. I like people who are independent thinkers and think outside the box. I like doing fun, adventurous things and eating great food. Let's meet up for a coffee. What is my interest? 185 centimeters, active, undergraduate degree, never drink. I used to never. I guess soon as I can work out again, I'm probably not gonna. I'm probably off the booze again. I don't need booze when I'm able to exercise. Yeah, so that's pretty much true. Never smoke. Uh, what does that say? None. I don't know. Don't know. Looking. Don't know yet. Want someday. Kids. I guess that's a good thing to put. It shows that you're like, I don't know. I'll probably get you more matches if you say I want someday. Virgo, agnostic. Um, then I have the exercise one, and then DHV out of like demonstrating high value. Then the kind of fashionable one, yeah, and then just like this, yeah. So that's my Bumble. Um, yeah, my Bumble is I don't know, it's on fire at the moment. I have a lot of matches right now. Um, so much so I can't even get around to meeting them all. I'm actually so like kind of busy. Um, yeah, some super hot matches, really really hot ones. Who's I matched with a really hot girl the other last night. 21, 21 years old, very hot. Um, so I'm like, can I can hook up with girls that are like, whatever, 11 years younger than me. So yeah, work on your online profiles. I will say usually it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier to you know get with the young girls in day game than it is online. It's kind of rare. I match a lot less with the young, like the 18, 19, 20, 21 on online, a lot less. But in day game, I can pull them, like, for sure. I have done so many times, and it's a good thing. So even though it's harder to get the 21-year-olds on the dating apps, it is it's entirely possible to do it. Uh, it's entirely possible to do it in day game. Jason B says Irish and never drink. Sounds like an oxymoron. Yeah, I mean, I like going against the grain. I'm kind of someone who doesn't like to follow the crowd. I'm definitely a black sheep. But I mean, I did drink for such a long time. I started drinking when I was 15. I started drinking when I was 15. I I drank until I was 25. I quit, and I swear I didn't have one drink for a solid, I mean, like, so basically the first 4 years in Japan I didn't even have a drop of drink. Um Pussy was my only drug of choice. And it was fun. I just didn't miss it. It was easy. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't a hard thing to do. Then, yeah, I got hit by the car. I tweaked my neck. It kind of threw me off the wagon. Not entirely, just occasionally. I didn't go like off the wagon, like, like alcoholic type. I just mean occasionally I would drink, like, really rarely, but like, maybe less than once a month even. But I still, I still don't think drink is worth it. Sometimes, sometimes I can see the value in having a crazy night out. It does add an extra element to it, but yeah, sometimes just it's not worth it. Just the hangovers, and it's just too much. I just, because I can still have the crazy nights out without drink. I can I can just be on point on my game, and I can pull a chick home and, like, just, because and just smash like a pro, because when you're sober, the sex is always going to be better. It's always going to be better when you're sober. I don't care who you are. Like, drunk sex is just kind of sloppy. Um, a lot of dudes can't even get an erection with drink. Um, I would say it depends on how drunk I am. I'd need to be really, really drunk to not be able to, get an erection. It has happened. I'll straight up say it. Like, definitely has. But that's like super, super drunk. And that's obviously yeah, one of the benefits to not drinking. That is never going to happen. That is never going to happen to me when I'm sober. I'm always going to be good to go. Sign of good health. That's another reason to stay fit and healthy, because you want to keep the blood circulation going to all parts of your body. And I'm trying to stay healthy. You know, ultimately, us as guys, ultimately everything we do revolves around, like, getting laid. Like, we get up in the morning, we go to work, we go to, like, everything. Even, like, if it doesn't seem as though it's related to getting laid, like, even things like your hobbies and stuff. It's like, I don't know. Somehow it's whatever. If you're into the gym, if you're into working out, that's your hobby. Then you're doing it so that you can ultimately be more popular with the women, or be more attractive to the opposite sex. Um, uh, yeah, Daniel says if you don't move, it's pretty easy to feel depressed. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's why uh, so many people, are depressed in these times because with these lockdowns and whatnot, the loss of freedom, people are depressed because we've genuinely lost freedom. Uh, it's actually has an impact on all of us. Like if I wanted to go back to Ireland right now, I can't really because I wouldn't be able to come back to Japan maybe. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I would because I work, but it'd be complicated. There's so much more red tape. First we had 9/11. I was what age? 9/11. I was like around 12, I guess, 12 years old. So it didn't really impact me then because I wasn't like traveling that, I wasn't traveling 12 years old, but there was more travel restrictions then because there was more red tape when you're going to airports and whatnot. And now, you know, 20 years later, year 2020, now there's going to be serious red tape for traveling. You're going to need to proof of that you got this test that cost you $300, like to show that you don't have some beer bug, some bullshit. There's yeah, it's just wild times. There's I saw these dudes in there's these protests, super small protests in Japan, and they're like saying that the beer bug is a lie, and I'm just like, yeah, these guys, there is some hope when you see guys like that, but it's not enough. We just more people need to wake up, but it's not going to happen. I don't think so. I think they're going to get their way. The elites, they've got it figured out. You know, um, yeah. So Jason B says, not showing shade. My family is of Irish descent, so I have some experience. Yeah, no, I mean, you're dead right. I mean, generally Irish people drink. It is a huge part of the culture. Um, but it's almost too much part of the culture. I mean, there's not really much else because I mean, the reason Irish people the reason Irish people kind of rely on drinks so much is because I guess we lost as a country, as a culture, we lost so much. We lost the language. Well, it's still there, but it's a minority language. Um, we lost a lot of our old like cultures and customs, and we kind of, I don't know, we kind of Irish people kind of latched on to alcohol as a cultural thing when it's not really that you know unique because most countries have a culture of drinking in different ways, but I mean, Irish people just, yeah, I don't know, rely too heavily on drink for entertainment and especially to get laid. Way too much. Like I said, I've said this before. Irish people don't do game. They don't do day game. They wait to get really drunk. Even if Irish people go on dates, they'll get rotten drunk. It's ridiculous. Like, what are you doing getting rotten drunk on a date? Like, what you should be. Yeah, there's a serious lack of game in Ireland, I would say. A serious lack of game. People feel that they need to get wrecked. I always tell guys, listen, you do one drink or you do one coffee, and like I said, I didn't drink for years, so I would go to the bar. I would bring a girl to a bar or whatever, or a cafe or a restaurant, and I would say, what do you want? I'd let her order whatever the hell she wanted, and I would order a soft drink or whatever. I wouldn't even order alcohol, but they would never ask. They would rarely ask what do you like. It's not a big deal, guys. Like if you don't want to drink, don't worry about it. Just don't drink. I mean, if you're not going to be peer pressured by some chick like into having a drink. Um, Elliot Chapo, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Uh, Gray Fox says all energy is sexual. It definitely is. I mean, if you zoom out, society looks very complicated, like when we're in it. But at the end of the day, we're like bacteria. We are like bacteria. We're bacteria on the Earth's surface, and every living organism is here to procreate. Even the way bacteria multiply, that's what we do as humans. We're multiplying, and that's why it's so unnatural. We're kind of living in a really humans have evolved into a really unnatural state where we have things like the abortion and women not wanting to procreate, and thinking that people freezing their eggs and thinking that they can have babies when they're in their 40s, like crazy stuff. And I don't know what it is. Like society has become really unnatural. It's not a natural state. It's in a state of, yeah, I don't know what to call it, but it is definitely not natural. But I guess I've gone off. I haven't talked directly a lot about the topic I was supposed to talk about, which is simping never pays. Um, it really doesn't, though. Simping is something, we've all seen it when simping, a guy that tries too hard. I'm going to check out what is the actual definition of simping. It's when a guy tries too hard. It's quite similar to white knighting, I guess. Um, when a guy is like excessively trying to impress a girl, and maybe putting, I guess it's kind of similar to putting hoes before bros, like they'd simp for a girl, um excessively complimentary when they and it's like the opposite of what chicks want. um look at OnlyFans. uh there it's just like it's a multi. I wonder what is OnlyFans worth? What is that industry worth? It's worth like billions of dollars probably. I wonder, you know what I mean? It's like big money, and these it's just hordes and armies of thirsty beta simps paying like good money, like dishing out cash to women that wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. These women wouldn't piss on these beta simps if they were actually burning on fire, begging to get pissed on. These bitches would be like, yeah, they'd try and charge them before a guy could be burning to death. Oh, please piss on me. I need to be put out, and they'd like charge them. Uh, it's just crazy. Miguel says entropy. There's no polarity nowadays. Well, in terms of there's no polarity nowadays. In terms of the sexes, yeah, there's getting less and less, but politically speaking, it's absolutely polarized. So in some ways it's not polarized, and in other ways it's extremely polarized. But I get your point. Yeah, so yeah, I'd say simping is begging for pussy. It's thirst. It's need. Yeah. Um, simping is like putting the woman before your own needs, and this is this is a very, I guess this is very unattractive for women, um, because when a guy puts a woman before himself, I don't know, it just doesn't show that he respects himself. Um, it's some guys do it kind of unknowingly. They they do it because they've been conditioned to do it for like throughout, for since they were in elementary school. They went to most of the majority of their teachers were female, and the media is constantly like, you know teaching guys that they have to simp, that women are on one hand better and more respectable than men, and at the same time we're all equal, we're all the same. So which one is it? Which one are you going to choose? Like, I mean, there's just so much hypocrisy, it's insane. And they talk about, you know simping is something like, we talk about the women get, the left, the feminists say women get, whatever, in America, 70 cents on the dollar. So there's a gender pay gap. So a simp would, agree with something like that, even though he would classical simping behavior would be a guy that would go against evidence and take the side of the woman just to try and get her attention, just to try and get, you know, uh, like I said, her attention. So these guys are really pathetic. If you ever see a simp, beware, because they cannot be trusted. Um, yeah. By the way, guys, if you're in here, hit the like. It's good for the old. It's good for the old. What do you call it? Algorithm. Um, it is good indeed. Miguel says, Rolo says it well. A good cure is options, not the be all and end all, but it definitely gets the job done. Yep, Rolo's the man. Rolo's one of the guys that when I came across his material, it really, it really red pilled me, and it made me really angry. Not at Rolo, but I mean, my brother actually sent me some articles when I was dating a hot Korean girl, and I thought he was trying to interfere, but yeah, it really red pilled me a lot. I always say, like, Rolo Tomasi's work is kind of like the foundations of game. It doesn't teach you game, but it's a good thing to his work, his essays on his website, his blog, his work is it's a very good foundation if you want to become like really good with women and get a lot of sex and become a player. It's not going to teach you how to do it. It's not going to teach you how to cold approach, but it teaches you the dynamics between men and women. And the thing is, if you learn game without having the foundations, without having a good foundation, you'll still get screwed over. You could still be like, you know, you could still be beta. You'll still simp. You'll still do different things. You'll fall back into beta behaviors. But if you're familiar with guys like Rolo's work and you really understand it and you believe it and you accept it, then you won't. You'll have a solid foundation that you can build game on, and you're gonna like you'll be like a dog like me. I'm a dog. I don't think I would, if I didn't read his work at the start. I wouldn't be as good with women. Definitely wouldn't be. I wouldn't be as good with women as I am now. No way. I just don't think I'd probably be in a relationship. I'd probably, yeah, who knows? I might already be settled down, and that would not be good because I'm very happy being free and single and enjoying the hot dude life. God, it's a good life though. It is. Like I was just talking to MLD today, and we're just saying, God, like we have it good out here. Like how many guys like are doing this like in the especially in these times where we're just like in just this big city, when cities are locked down all over the world, and we're just like smashing more hotties than ever. Uh, like actually busy with it. Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes like I was listening to some sometimes I like hip hop music. I like to indulge in hip hop music, especially when they talk about women because I don't I just it's kind of red pilling because it's kind of like the I like the it's a weird you see the weird alliances like basically it's funny how these young like trendy hipster feminist women would listen to some of these hip hop artists that in one sense they're super like their lyrics display like real kind of like how do I say harsh realities and harsh truths, and they're you know if one of us said it in daily life, we'd be immediately called like misogynist. But if it's a hip hop artist that says it, it's like they don't they're cowards. They don't have they what I mean, because it's pop culture. It's part of like it's art or whatever. So they get away with it, like hip hop artists, rappers, and these like white hipster chicks and whatever. Not only white, all kinds of all colors, like hipster, young 20s, like college girls. Um, they'll never call out rappers, like they'll never call out hip hop artists, and these hip hop artists like they're like these are real some really like rough lyrics like and I listen to it and I think it's cool but like it's just interesting like how these feminists are so hypocritical. They'll be like dishing like Donald Trump while listening to like ASAP Rocky or whoever these guys talk talking about who is that guy? There was one I was listening to the other day. What's his name? Oh, King. His name's King Von. He was recently killed actually, but his lyrics are like really like like definitely. I mean, you know, you couldn't really get away with saying it in anywhere really, but at the same time you'd have these like feminists that would be going to wearing their pussy hats at the women's marches, probably listening to these musics, like following them on Instagram. And it's like, okay, like yeah. I like seeing that because it's like, okay, yeah. I know I'm right. I know that these like I'm never gonna respect this movement. It's like it's basically just communism and socialism, and these chicks are like airheads and they're idiots, and I'm never gonna apologize. I'm never gonna let. I'll never apologize to any of these chicks for being a player or doing day game or doing anything like that because they're all hypocrites. They're all massive hypocrites. But yeah, I mean, one of these days I'm just gonna put together like a playlist of like extremely misogynistic rap, just so like, and I'm just gonna go around and post it to different feminist groups that probably like this music. But I don't know. Um, Miguel says, which are your top hip hop artists? Um, I like ASAP Rocky, um, Six Lack. I don't know. A few comes to mind, but yeah, I'm not a huge music guy, but I do like hip hop. I like hip hop. I like the beats. I like when they talk about, when they rap about, women and stuff. I don't like when they start getting political because it's weird. It's weird. Like these hip hop artists used to, they used to rap about Donald Trump, and then all suddenly they hate him. Um, but you see more and more coming out for Donald Trump. Um, who was it? I don't know. 50 Cent. I wasn't really into his music, but he came out as, he wanted to vote for. He was supporting Trump. Um, who Kanye West came out supporting Trump. Lil Wayne. All these rappers came out in the end this year, supporting him. But you have guys like Snoop Dogg and stuff like that came out like viciously against them and stuff, and it's like, get the fuck out of here! Like what? It's full of shit. But no, I just like it's just interesting. It's funny when you see the uh, the hypocrisy because it's like it really it really makes you know you're right. When you see hypocrisy, it's like, yes, I'm right. Like I'm right. My opinions, my I'm on the right side here because when hypocrisy shows you that people are wrong, there's a good account on Twitter. It's called I Hypocrite, and it just shows all the hypocrisies in modern, leftist feminist culture, and it's interesting to see it. Um, yeah. Yeah, Elliot says bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Yeah. Yeah, based. I mean, it's based as fuck. And you'd have like you'd have like feminists like, you know, playing this kind of music and they have no right to be listening to this kind of music because they'll put like they'll like nail white men to the cross for just like, asking a girl out on a date. Meanwhile, they're listening to this kind of music. This just shows you like being a simp, being a nice guy doesn't pay. This links up nicely into the. It doesn't pay. You're not. Never apologize. Never apologize. Even if you're wrong. Even if you're wrong, don't apologize to these women. Don't apologize to these leftists, to these guys, because they're the mob. Like they're the. Once you apologize, they smell blood in the water, and just for being a straight male, they expect you to somehow apologize or somehow kneel down to them. They can get fucked, like but yeah, I don't know. Just just stick to your guns, and keep doing what you're doing. It's just funny. It's funny when you see these politicians apologizing, and then it just gets worse and worse for them because they're not interested in apologies. Never simp, never simp. That if some girl, you got to understand the situation too. I mean, there's guys that have lost their lives for simping. Like that's how bad it can get. I mean, let's say you saw a girl getting slapped in a bar or something somewhere, and you didn't know you just thought, I'm gonna white knight, I'm gonna jump in and save the day, but you don't know that she could have like threw glass at him, or you don't know what happened. Like she could have hit him first, and then you go in and you try and save the day, and then the guy kills you. Like this probably has happened, I actually saw a situation where some guy was, I don't know, I think he pushed some girl. He didn't even hit her, and then some white knight, some guy came in to save the day, to threaten the guy, and then the girl started hitting the guy that tried to help her. Not only the girl started hitting her, the other guy beat his ass. So the the girl and the guy were beating his ass. Like, I was like, yeah, that's what you get for simping. It doesn't pay. Just don't, like, you know what I mean? Don't be so, you know, of course, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, if you want to be a decent person, you're going to try and, like, you know, um, you know, save someone getting their asses beat for no reason. But it's just an example. I saw that in real life. I saw that in real life. Some guy pushed a girl. He didn't know what the situation was outside a nightclub or something. And the guy came in and started shouting at the other, like, don't do that. Or like, yo, white knighting. The girl starts like getting up in his face, like telling him to get out of here, and like, you know, and they both start. The guy got his ass beat for simping or white knighting or whatever you call it. This happens all the time. Like, they don't respect you. You're not going to be respected for it. I would just say, understand. It's all right if you're genuinely trying to help someone, but if you're genuinely trying to help someone, there's a difference between genuinely trying to be, like save the day. But if you're trying to like, oh, I'm gonna save, this like damsel in distress, and I'm gonna whip her off her feet, and I'm gonna be, Prince Charming, you're gonna get your ass beat, and you're gonna look like an idiot, and you're not gonna be it's not gonna be you're not gonna be the hero you think you are. But I don't know, there's just tons of examples, like, guys like simping and not getting any rewards for it. um yeah, I guess that will do it for today's episode of Player Life. So as usual, like, comment, subscribe, check out the links. If you've any more detailed questions, send me an email, get in touch. It's all good. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow night, because I'm getting my wisdom tooth removed tomorrow at 4 p.m. Maybe it'll be all right. I don't know. Maybe I'll be in bits. I don't know. I haven't gotten a tooth removed in a long time. But I might log on, even if it's painful. I'll log on for a bit. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll tell you what it's like to get a wisdom tooth removed. I'll let you know that at least. Okay, guys, wherever you're at, have a good day. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out. Have a good one. Bye bye.